Today I'm going to take a real-life example of an app we're concepting in-house now for our own needs based on the idea that I have. And I have taken this idea through these 4 actions of milestone 1, and I'm gonna take the key points and explain them to you so you see how it actually looks like when you have a real example. Where's this idea coming from? It's coming from some personal yet professional business needs. So if you look at episode 3, you'll hear more about what I mean there, but it gives me foundation of why I want to build this idea. How I came up with the idea is the fact that I tend to organize this 1 week a month where I go from a meeting to a meeting in London. I usually organize 10 to 15 meetings a day, and I tend to have those meetings at casual locations, so and just avoid offices and walk a lot. It's more healthy, right? The idea is to build an app for both Android and iOS with the core purpose to lead 2 or more people to a meeting spot. What does that mean? I would take an app, schedule a meeting previously, and before meeting with somebody, I would enter a location of the meeting and share that location with somebody else through the app that I will build. They would receive this URL, and it's basically like sharing a document through Google Docs with a known URL, so you get anybody you want inside this document or process, how I want to call it. Similarly, like Dropbox sharing a folder, also through a URL only, so you get anonymous people joining in. So the key point here is anonymous. I want that anybody who joins the process to be anonymous, but have an option to identify themselves. Identify through a name, nickname, a photo maybe, nothing more, nothing less. I don't want people to register. I just want them to get in and use it as a tool for the process they need and leave it. That's all. So I need it to be simple and I need it to be anonymous. The reason I want it to be simple is that there are obviously Google Maps and Apple Maps, so why would you need something else to meet with people at a certain location? That is something we leave to the questioning, which is the 4th action here. Additionally, why anonymous? Now is a big question, privacy and security, and I don't want anybody feel uncomfortably using this app. So I'll leave that again to the questioning. So what are the key points of this app? The key points are simplicity and anonymous aspect of it. What is the goal? Goal is to have the app that will simply lead a group of people to a specified meeting spot. So you see there's a business aspect from it from my end, which is demonstration of capabilities of my businesses prior to meeting somebody. So they go through something we've built, through the process we've imagined, so when we meet there's already some credibility. However, there are more aspects to the idea. What are these aspects? Imagine a tourist guide with a group of people guiding through the city. So they need to meet a certain location, right? Group is more or less a group of known people or small groups of known people within a larger group. So sharing a meeting spot and whereabouts of a group makes sense. Even though if you don't know people in a group, you're dependent of them. So it's good to know their location, right? It's in the mutual interest, same as with meeting. So how about teacher taking children to excursion? They're meeting at the hotel, at the restaurant, at the monument, whatever. Teacher is initiator of a meeting and owner of the group or students, and the teacher knows whereabouts of the students, and everybody knows where's the location of the meet. So there are a lot of different aspects, but we'll work them out through more entirely when we go into the other milestone, which is about target audience, but still we need to bring them up so we kind of elaborate our thoughts. That's the key point. While I'm thinking about this idea, new thoughts are coming up, obviously. So I was thinking about, okay, it's already anonymous, so how can it be more anonymous? You know, let's try to make the best out of everything. So how about when I invite somebody, they enter the process, they can see me, they can see the location, but they can choose to hide their location if they need to. So for example, I may choose to enter the process but hide my location until I'm 5 minutes away, as I don't want to really show where I am at the moment. So that's something that obviously makes sense, but something I want to leave on the side, as many other ideas that will pop up, as I want to concentrate on the core. I want to try to extract the core of all the thoughts that I have, and then see how all these thoughts that I have on the side can become part of the core idea. Now, I have mentioned that I want this app to be for Android and iOS phones. There is a boundary of entry for the user to enter the process, which is obviously installing an app. But this is a small app, it's quick to download, it doesn't consume too much memory or time, but it's still a boundary. So in this creative process of elaborating idea and coming to some conclusions and solutions, I'm thinking, how can I overcome that boundary? So how about when I share this URL, which gets the user to install an app and then choose if they want to enter their nickname and photo or not and enter the process. How about if I automatically send them to, rather than to the app or Play Store, I send them to a browser where they get all this functionality of the map and location tracking at once. So I have just overcame this boundary of installing an app. I've put them into the process, so there is nothing they have to do other than clicking on the link, which is a very simple thing to do. Now, what I do with that, I already have them in the process, which means, okay, the product is working. I can just use it myself and nobody else, and it works for me. I am serving my purpose. However, inside this browser, I can offer them to install the app so they can invite other people as well, either to this meeting or organize a meeting themselves. So that's how I create a new opportunity for new users to come and maybe monetize it, which is again another milestone we'll come to later, but still we have to think about these aspects at least a little bit for now, because they define the product, and at least there's scattered ideas in my head which I want to put down and think about them more. So this can go on and on. The main thing is remind yourselves of what are the main questions in the action number 1. You can check out this in writing on my Medium, but let's move on to the action number 2, which is giving a product a name. So as I said, that's the least important thing, but you may be inspired already, and I've been thinking about this a lot, and I kind of have an idea which I'll probably stick to. I want to call this product Meet Me At. Short, catchy. I can change that at into ampersand, so I hope I said that correctly. Never mind, you got me, the monkey sign. And the monkey sign can actually be a marker on the map. So basically the name and the logo can give significance and brand recognition to the app, and explain what it is just from the name and the sign, which is something very important. Not part of this aspect at all, but it's a broader story that we can come to later. I'm coming to the third action now, which is also the hardest one for me. So I have prepared 3 sentences. I'm not happy with what I have yet, but I'm gonna read it out so you see what it is, and I'm gonna elaborate a bit what are my thoughts on it. So the first try is: the easiest way to meet with someone at any location while staying totally anonymous and safe. It's fine, okay, it kind of gives you what it is, but this product could be a gun or a teaser, right? So it's not good enough. So revising it, I came up to Meet Me At is an app for anonymous and instant location sharing with the goal to meet at a desired location. It's better. It is kind of there, but I'm not happy with it. I gotta sleep on it. But I came with the third one, which says share a meeting and personal location with a selected group of people while reaching the meeting spot. Still there, a bit more improvement than the last one. Still not happy with it. The thing is, my idea is still scattered, and I haven't managed yet to condense it and extract the pure essence of the idea. Once I'm able to do that, I'll be able to put it in one sentence. I cannot enumerate 4 most important features in one sentence, as I should not be enumerating those features. I should just in one sentence say what the hell the product is. I'm now coming to the 4th action, which is questioning the idea. This is something that will make me go back and revise everything, revise. I have some things written down, so I'm going to go through the list. There are some obvious facts working against the idea. If I'm meeting somebody near their office, near their home, I'm obviously meeting them at a location that is familiar to them, so why the map? Second of all, even when navigation is necessary, why not use Google Maps, Apple Maps, whatever that is already available? Now, first thing, as I already said, I want to demonstrate what I do and how I do it. Second of all, this product is not going to be a navigational product. I'm not going to navigate anybody from point A to point B. I'm just going to point them in the right direction. And the idea is to have a visual reference of where I need to be and where the people that I depend on or they depend on me, where they are, so we kind of can function as a group with a common goal. Additionally, I'm focusing on this anonymous aspect of the app. So is the app really anonymous? And if there's data about people whereabouts, how does it make it anonymous and how is their privacy protected? So this makes me think more about the idea, so I need to come back to action number 1. So how do I make it totally anonymous? As I said, there's no personal identifiable data that the app will collect from the users. It's just a shareable URL that you would use similarly to sharing folders or documents where people can identify themselves or not. So it makes it anonymous. How do I protect privacy? Is by storing only the latest location that their phone sent to the server, which means I don't care about where they're going other than the meeting spots. I don't want to know what is the path they will take, but as much I don't need to know where they have been previously. I just need the latest location. So that is that technical part that I have to explain in the action number 1 because it elaborates the idea more and gives it viability. So if I every time a server receives a latest point of location of every user, the latest one is deleted, so I have nothing about that user in the past. Also, when they reach the location, and everybody reaches the location, I don't need their location anymore, nor do I need the process anymore. I can remove that process when everybody has arrived at the destination or left the process, which means I have nothing in my database when the process is finished. That brings another thought, is there's a business aspect of the app. So eventually I want to know the usage of the app, number of meetings made, number of bounce rates from entering and leaving the meeting process. So that is something I'll have to think about, but I want to leave it for later. Right now, the focus of milestone 1 is against the end user, not the business side of it. So right now, let's focus on what we want to give to the users. Later, we'll focus of how we're gonna make the business out of it. This is making the business out of it, but later we're gonna focus what is our side of the things from the product. As I said, let's focus on what we give to the user right now. Exhaust our ideas, exhaust our thoughts, and make them viable. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, I really hope I brought you value with this episode of the Digital Product Concepting and Innovation. Go ahead, subscribe, share this, pass it on, and let me know what you think.